Whew. All right, man. Okay. So NGS has been out for a while now. The latest update, which was Retim, was surprisingly good and satisfied most players and gave lots of people a lot more hope for the future of the game. But there's still a lot of things, like little things that I think can make or break a play session in any game. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. The quality of life changes that NGS can make to greatly improve the gameplay. Let's get it. Before I start this, I've recorded this video 3 times, so if you have any issues, let me know in the comments down below, but I don't care because I'm not recording this. Again, I'm not. I refuse. I don't care what happened. The elephant come in this room and do backflips on my mic. I promise you I'm still uploading it. Anyway, first off, let's start with what quality of life even is for you random people out there who have no idea what quality of life in a video game is. I got you, bro. I got you. Quality of life is basically like all that random nonsense that improves gameplay or just the game as a whole. Like having bad UI is bad quality of life. Having to go through your freaking inventory every 13 seconds, Sega, to throw crap away, bad quality of life. Good quality of life could be things like being able to delete multiple items at the same time. Stuff like that. Just small mechanical things usually that can help to improve the experience of your, let's say, day-to-day task in a video game, all right? So I'm gonna explain just a few quality of life changes that I think need to be added to NGS. Starting with map indicators. We absolutely need map indicators for quests. I know they somewhat exist with the story, but they should be prominent across the entire game, especially with dailies. At the very least, we need quest markers and a quest tracker on the left side, like when you're doing the story, for things like dailies and weeklies. Because if you're doing a daily, you have to open the quest screen, go to your dailies, and then you have to go through all these stupid tabs, check each daily separately, and read the description. It's not enough just to like skim it or look at the title. You have to click on each one and check the specific description for every single quest that day, every day, if you plan on doing your dailies every day anyway. And that's annoying. It's dumb. No one wants to waste time doing that. I mean, most people will, or I don't even want to say most people, a lot of people will, just because of the rewards. But if we're talking quality of life, that would be a huge change. That would make doing your dailies way easier. You wouldn't have to jump through hoops just to figure out what you have to do. Put it on the quest tracker, maybe give us a little indicator on the map, like a yellow bubble in the area we need to go to, something like that. Next, we need changes to the inventory system. Sega. Woo, Sega. Bruh, we should be able to have filters for the things that we pick up. Anything that's not in that filter should be auto-selled. For example, you could say, I don't want any 4-star armors. All of them should be quick-selled. Shouldn't even go into your inventory, because having to stop gameplay, stop in the middle of what you're doing just so you can open your inventory and shuffle through a bunch of crap you don't care about, because you're probably going to end up selling 99% of it anyway. It's just annoying. And we can't just have a rarity system, because augments also have rarities. I think most augments are like 3 or 4 stars, maybe even lower. So you don't want to throw away most of your augments. So you guys would have to go through something like, it would have to be some type of setting where you could quick sell all your extra armor pieces or something like that. I think that would help people massively. Like, you have no idea how much people would enjoy the game more if when they were grinding, they didn't have to stop what they were doing every 2 PSE bursts or whatever and shuffle through an inventory system. And then there was a ton of crap, like a crap ton of stuff that they have to shovel through. It's just really annoying. So maybe fix that and help the players. I promise you, if you do that, the players will play this game more, or at the very least, they'll enjoy the game more when they do play it. Another thing is the outfit interface, and I'm not talking about in the salon. Salon's fine, nobody cares, all right? Is with the outfit interface outside of the salon. If you're outside the salon and you try to change outfits, one, you have no idea what you're clicking on. Like, there are names, but who memorizes the names to all their outfits or outerwears, basewears? Nobody does that for the most part. So why are there no images for any of those items? How the heck are you supposed to know? And what you have to do to even tell what you're clicking on if you don't know the name, you have to click on it and wait for your character to load for like 30 minutes, and then they'll change the outfit, and then you click on that. That will take so long to go through outfits, especially if you have a ton of fashion, dude. Nah, fam. I need to fix that. You need to fix that tonight. Tonight. Just put little images next to it, or if you want to go above and beyond, add a second screen next to the outfit interface, kind of like you do in the market. So when you click on something before they put it on or whatever, it shows you like a window where your character is wearing it. Simple, easy change. Fashion in NGS is a huge deal. I promise you, there are people who will appreciate you changing the outfit system. The world is and will continue to get larger. And with that, normal running feels extremely sluggish, especially if there's a lot of verticality. So what I propose is that you add a second run or like a second speed to the sprint or photon dash, whatever. Nobody cares about vocabulary over here. So maybe if you run, or it shouldn't be straight, but if you run or if you photon dash for, I don't know, 3 to 5 seconds, like straight with no like interruptions of stopping and then starting again, then you'll do a second variant of the photon dash where you go twice as fast. Maybe not twice as fast, maybe that's a bit much, but you'll speed up even more. That way you can travel around the world quickly, but at the same time, it's not so easily abusable that like people can just, you know, run in and out of bosses' attacks constantly. Like that would be broken. We don't want that. So maybe allowing a second phase of the photon dash so you can go around the world faster. I know you can teleport, I know, but sometimes you're doing a mineral route, or maybe you're like, I don't know, beating up animals. Like we ain't vegans around here, I'm just saying. Maybe you're going around trying to collect meat from these animals, and you're like jumping from one area of the map to the other, constantly trying to collect all the meat or the vegetables, whatever. No one wants to teleport constantly. And not only that, but even if you can teleport, you don't want your players to teleport through your world constantly. That's not a good thing. If you have an open world, you want players to experience it. You don't want them to just be teleporting everywhere all the time. So having a second phase or a second version of the photon dash, whatever you want to call it, would allow you to move around more quickly, and players would enjoy that more. Even if you think about a combat zone, how many times, especially as a gunner, you'll be like running to a zone and then your freaking chain trigger will run out, or your chain boost, whatever. And then you gotta freaking restart from the beginning because now you're shooting one bullet every 19 years. Like, bro, stop it. No, just give us a little bit more speed. You know, balance it out. If you're worried about balance, you could even make it drain PP slowly, just so like if you do use it in combat, it's still taking something from you, all right? So just think about it, Sega. I'm just saying, I think that would be a good change for NGS as a whole, especially if it continues to grow, which it will. Next, we have the mag sensor. It's cool and everything. I mean, it kind of works, but the issue is, one, right now the meta for the mag sonar thingy, whatever the heck you want to call it, is to deselect everything except for one item. So maybe you want red boxes. You only tick the red box indicator and take everything off. That way you could find the red boxes, because if you have everything on, then it'll be like telling you, oh, there's a vegetable to the left, and then your red box might be to the right and you have no idea what the heck you're doing. Like, it just wastes time. So what I would do is, one, maybe give the mag sonar different colors for different things. I don't know, minerals could be blue, red boxes can be red, obviously. And then maybe like tames or whatever, if you can even search that. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know. I don't care. But I mean, if that is on the thing, you know, it could be yellow or purple, something like that. And then not only that, but what I would do is I would change the angle, like how wide the weird sonar thingy is, in the direction that whatever you're trying to find is. Say it's a mineral or whatever, right? The sonar is supposed to pulse multiple times, or like it's supposed to pulse faster when you're closer to the object, right? But what I would do, not only just make it pulse faster, but make it thinner. Like instead of it being like, I don't know, 90 degrees, maybe when you get closer to it, it goes down to 45 degrees. Like that way it's easier to know, oh, I'm getting closer to it, and it'll help you pinpoint it more accurately when you're closer as well. So I think just adding a little bit more to the mag sensor indicator would help a lot. And it still allows rangers, for example, to use things like weak bullet or whatever it's called to support other players in a region. So, you know, the ranger's not completely useless even after you made this change. And you could make it a unlock too. Like you don't have to have it at the start of the game. It could be something you earn through like a title or something like that. So then people would also have something to improve on their mag, because I mean, I get that PSO2 didn't want the whole mag system because a lot of people made mistakes with it, but at the same time, they're also kind of useless now. So having a level of things to unlock for the mag, I think would be good. Next, allow us to automatically or like make a toggle to join the most populated room in any given area. And what I mean by that is, if you teleport to a Ryuker device or to a certain location, right? A lot of the time, at least for me, it'll put me in an empty room. I have no idea why. Like there would be like 14 almost full rooms, 6, 7 people in them, right? And it'll put me in one where there's like one other dude or just me. And that's really irritating, because if I'm trying to farm, then I have to go back to the Ryuker device, have to toggle a bunch of settings, go through the thing, try to find the one with the most people. It's not game breaking, but it's annoying. I mean, there should be a toggle so that you just click the toggle and it automatically puts you in the most full available block every time you move to an area. I think that's fair, and you could turn it off anytime you want it. And it shouldn't like untoggle unless you untoggle it yourself, because I know at the Ryuker devices, for example, if you choose like how to sort rooms, as soon as you move to a different area, that toggle or whatever, it resets. So don't do that, because it's annoying having to redo that every single time I go to the Ryuker device room selector thingy. Make our lives a bit easier, you know, day-to-day gameplay. Sometimes it's the little things that'll piss you off, because like it's constant little annoying crap, and then eventually you want to like punch through your monitor, and we don't want that, bro. We don't want that. You want people to play the game and have fun. And then I think you should also allow us to change the particle effects for movement, maybe like a basic color picker or fancy cosmetics, even if it's like a photon dash cosmetic where you gotta, I don't know, you can have hearts coming out of your feet or some nonsense that you could buy. I think having it in the game would be a nice change. It could also be a reward too, give players a little bit more to grind for and stuff like that. So I mean, just think about it. Not only that, but maybe even allow us to do the photon color thing too. I think that was a really cool thing back in base PSO2, the fact that you could change the photon colors of a lot of weapons. Well, I wouldn't say a lot, but some weapons and stuff. I know it does exist to some extent. There's like one camo, I think, in NGS. But if we could do that with a lot more weapons, I guess not weapons because they have the color variants, but if we could do that with more weapon camos at the very least, I think that would be really cool. And then I think it's important to like maybe bulk build food items and let us keep them in our storage, because that would be kind of cool if I ever run out of a buff and I'm like in the middle of a PSE burst or so. Well, I mean, I probably wouldn't use it then, but you know, if I'm out and about in the world, I don't want to go to a Ryuker device just to eat some food. It would be nice if I could bulk build them beforehand and have them in my inventory so that if I ever run out or anything, I could just use it on the spot. I think that would be nice. Mark high priority targets in the map. Dude, you have no idea how useful this would be. I guarantee you there would be so many more people fighting things like gigantics and even maybe veterans if they were marked on the map in a reasonable way. Yes, veterans are kind of marked with this dumb looking triangle thing, but you have to be like within range to even see that. When it comes to gigantics, I don't think they're marked at all. If they are marked on the map, it's super vague and it needs to be changed so you could see it better, because I never know where the heck they are. Like, I know they have specific spots on the map that they usually spawn, so you could look up on PSO2 map site, whatever, and find where they spawn, but ain't nobody got time for it. I shouldn't have to look to an external site or handbook, whatever, just to figure out where an enemy is, especially when it's time limited. Like, these fools aren't there all the time. They're only there for a short amount of time, so you don't want to waste time looking for them or anything. Just when gigantic spawn, you could put little blips on the map. Boop, boop, boop. Gigantic dude, he's in this location, go beat him up. Or if you want to go above and beyond, Sega, you know those weird looking red ripply dipply things in the sky, right? You could have those have like a beam, like a red beam coming from the sky where all the gigantics are. That way, if you're just running around, you see this big beam come out of the sky, you're like, yo, I'm about to go to the big beam. The big beam, and beat up this giant dude. Simple. It would look cool for one, and for two, it'll let people know where the gigantics are, so it'd be easier to find them. Simple. It might take a little bit more work to do the weird beam thing, like a UFO beam, but it would be dope. It would look really cool, so I'm just saying, maybe add that. And finally, allow us to enhance as many items as we want in the enhancement screen. Okay, so what I mean by this, you could only select one item to enhance at a time, right? But the issue I have is that there's a limit on how many items you could feed to said enhancement item. So say I want to enhance a silver sword, right? I can only put, I think the max is like six other weapons into that sword. So if it takes 8 pieces of equipment or whatever to enhance this sword, I have to do it twice. I have to click all 6 of these, and I have to push yes again or whatever, go through the thing, click back on the enhancement. No, it's just too much. It's annoying. It's stupid. It's dumb. Okay, Sega, it's dumb. Fix that. Just let me click as many as I want. As many as I have, I should be able to put into that weapon at one time. It would still cost money. Stop wasting time. Just let me put all the crap into the weapon so I can move on with my life. Nobody's sitting in the enhancement screen like, oh my gosh, this is such compelling gameplay. This is my favorite part of the game. I love clicking on 6 items and then clicking enter 15 times just to go back to the screen. No, Sega, fix it. Please, Sega, please, bro. Please, for the love of God, Jesus himself, let us feed as many items as we want at once into any item. It would be a lovely quality of life change. I guarantee you there will be people who are ecstatic that they could do that. I promise you. Fix it. It's stupid. Anyways, that's it for the quality of life I want for NGS, for this video at least. Actually, when I was making this and later on just like playing the game, I noticed a lot of other things, so I may or may not make a follow-up video to this for more quality of life. But let me know what you thought of the video, and let me know if you have personal things that you would like NGS to add for quality of life in the game. Hopefully I've managed to brighten up your day. Thanks for watching, and God bless. Lights out.